So is that how you use it for lead gen or to get people out? And there's a bunch of users.
To learn mostly, because
Okay,
I'm speaking to incredible people who've written books. So I try to speak to MDs or DOs or people that are specialists who've written books, thought leaders. Maybe they've got a big brand on social media. We collaborate a lot. It just means I get to learn. I've got someone who's got years and years of experience and get to ask the right questions. And then some of them have got devices, tools, technology, because I'm into technology. Longevity technology. So it's the technology that's crucially important for me to scale not only my business, but to improve people's health and prevent disease. So we talk about medicine 4.0, which is preventative, it's proactive, it's personal, and it's performance enhancing. So I've been in practice 26 years, and I'm in a place now I want to prevent disease, not get a diagnosis and treat someone, because we're not going to beat chronic disease. We're losing the war against chronic disease. In fact, the numbers are stacked against us like you cannot believe. So mental health is plummeting, mental performance is plummeting, anxiety is increasing like no tomorrow. And so the research and the data are there is that it's going to be problematic. It's going to scale to another level of disease. In fact, about probably 95% of Americans are deemed unhealthy by 5 basic metrics. Well, South Africa is probably at 90%, So I would probably say, just looking at guys, I could see them in this hall here, day one, probably 90 to 95% are unhealthy.
And so you got a lot of targets here.
I do, but most people don't think they are. That's the problem. You create awareness. I go to gym, I eat well. I've been to my doctor, he's checked a few labs. No, I'm fine, I'm healthy. But really, then the narrow range that is crucially important for optimization and performance is so different to the range when you go to your doctor. Look at thyroid health, it goes like from TSH goes from 0.5 all the way to 4.2. You go to your doctor, 3.8. Oh no, you're fine. Meanwhile, you should be around at 0.8, 1, 1.2. So the range for optimal health is very different to the ranges of, geez, you are sick and now you need help, or you need medicine, or you need hospitalization. So the sick care model that's out there is you go and see a doctor based on a diagnosis when you're sick. We want to change that and flip that around, is that you go and see someone like myself, longevity technologist, to prevent disease, and you go and see me when you are well so that we can look at your data and look at your numbers and keep you there.
And any favorite podcasts that you would listen to?
Andrew Huberman is one of my favorites.
I thought so.
Peter Thiel is one of my favorites. Mark Hyman is one of my favorites. Even Stephen Bartlett, I think he gets a lot out of his health podcasts more than others, just because he comes from a frame that he's not in medicine. So sometimes he asks supposedly the silly, simple questions that everybody wants, but doesn't if you're in medicine, So, those are my favorite ones. I think a really, really important technology podcast that focuses on health is Peter Diamandis' Moonshots. So, incredible podcast, all talking about tech and AI and how we're going to use this data-centric model to really help people with their health and wellness and performance, because the numbers against us, we're going in the wrong direction. In 5 years' time, 1 in 2 people get cancer. And if you look at this hall of entrepreneurs, I don't know what they're, 120 people, it's 60 people with a diagnosis in their lifetime. So it's there.
And back to your podcast, we'll have the links below here and in the show notes and stuff. But is there a specific format that you follow in your podcast?
In terms of structure, in terms of what we try and do. Everybody goes to the backstory of these people, and a lot of them have gone from pain to purpose. So they had a problem. They try to engage in the traditional Western medical model and realize, hang on, I'm not getting the answers. I'm not getting the way forward. And then they went into medicine themselves. So we do get a bit of a backstory, because that does encourage people. But we really focus on data and numbers. We want to get the data from people. So if we look at vitamin D, what is the optimal level? Not the level that's going to help you with bone density, which is above 30 mgs per ml. We want it at 60. It's going to help with your immune system. It's going to help with your cognitive function. It's going to help with your sleep. So I try to ask those questions around data, whether it's your sleep data, whether it's your stress data, whether it's your, how many steps you take. Anything that's measurable can be managed in the way I see it. And I think that's the only way we're going to prevent disease and optimize health and wellness.
So I love this little Oura ring, but I probably would have gone Whoop, because you can't lift with this.
Yeah, that's the problem, and we imported more Oura rings into this country than anyone else. We brought more Whoops into this country than anyone else. And so, we've got to fit the wearable to the individual. Yeah. But most of my performance athletes or guys who do gym much prefer the Whoop, because you can just train with it much easier, And that training, when we look at training, the zones are crucially important. So when you do cardiovascular exercise or aerobic exercise that becomes anaerobic, you need to get in zone 4 and zone 5.
Okay.
So if you're not training with it, it's a problem. You're not getting all the zones that you need to in a week. And that's fundamentally important, because VO2 max is probably one of the greatest predictors of longevity and health.
Perfect. I might have expected you to mention Tim Ferriss in your list.
Originally, I think so. The problem with Tim, what I found is it's a very long podcast, number one. And I think when it came to health, wellness, and just focusing on the ordinary person getting out there, his 4-Hour Body book was incredible. But there was a lot regarding business. It was very, very diverse. Where I find some of the other guys are a lot more zoned into performance and health. I
love that the Huberman. He loses me obviously in the science bit, but he always brings it back and he kind of simplifies it quite a lot. We're gonna run out of time, because I needed to speak to you, because I mean that's why, hence the invitation. I think I sent on LinkedIn. When you are in Durban next, I'd love to get you in the studio and we can do a full Incredible Machines podcast.
Absolutely.
So the team put these down. Let's see. You've been a pioneer in biohacking and mental performance. What does advanced superhuman mental performance mean to you?
Well, the foundation of that is mental health and the ability, what we call MQ, which is mental quotient. Do you have the ability to adapt? Do you have the ability to go through stressful events and have cognitive performance at the highest level? So we've seen cognitive quotient, which we assess corporates, business leaders, executives, entrepreneurs, and we see their quotient just plummet. It's a data assessment based on science by Dr. Dale Bredesen, and so we test individuals and we've seen mental performance plummet. So to be superhuman with your cognitive ability, I think, is long term to be able to sustain high levels of mental performance over many, many years, and having the ability to deal with stress and to deal with events in your life that still allow you to perform at your best. So we say at Made to Thrive, when you lose your mind, you lose your life. And so that's the mental health side. But optimizing your mental performance as an entrepreneur is going to take you to places that I think is going to be crucial with your business and making impact in this world, because all entrepreneurs at the end of the day want to have impact. They want to influence leaders, and they want to have a business that solves problems. And if you don't have a mind that can perform, you're in big trouble.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've seen that there's a couple of questions here that I want to ask, but so Huberman has these 5 things. I think it's light, sleep, nutrition, connection, and nutrients. 5 that, and I love those. Those, I try to work on those myself specifically, and but the question is, what are some practical biohacks that busy professionals can implement to enhance their cognitive abilities?
Look, I think one of the biggest bleeding areas that we see is the first one you said, that is light, is people are breaking their circadian rhythm, and that is they're getting the wrong light. Like, we're under this junk light now, which is a problem. I should be wearing my blue blockers now because the sun is set, and so we're getting the wrong light at the wrong time. Now, this light over here is telling me it's like midday. Real problem, because actually I need to release melatonin later tonight to help me sleep. So I think getting your circadian rhythm, that means that when you wake up in the morning, you get the light into your eyes. Sunny day, 10 minutes at least. Overcast day, at least 20 minutes without sunglasses, never looking directly into the sun, but that light into your eyes, because the eye is an extension of the brain, John. So it's crucially important that you get into your eye, and that sets your whole circadian rhythm. Cortisol goes up in the morning, then it recedes at night, and melatonin goes up. Now, that sleep-wake cycle fundamentally to cognitive health, because your sleep and your quality of your sleep and your quantity of your sleep is the very bedrock of your mental health and mental performance. You break that, you're going to have significant problems. And one of the guys who sits on my scientific advisory board, Dr. Naeem Muller, he's a psychiatrist, he said every single mental health condition starts with a break in sleep. And that break in sleep, I think, is wrong light, one of the things, at the wrong time, without getting the right light at the right time.
Oh, wow. So light's the big one.
Light is a big one. It's not everything. You eat I see these entrepreneurs, they're going to be drinking tonight, 10 o'clock, they're going to be eating late. They could have got the right light, but you do that, your body is not going to get the quality sleep it needs tonight. So, I'm not going to be drinking and eating tonight because I just know that my REM sleep is crucially important. I'm presenting tomorrow. I've got to be sharp. I've got to be on point. I've got to be adaptable. If something happens, I've got to be able to really engage the audience in an incredible way so that they can say, I've got something out of it. These are the three things, and I'm going to put it into my life because now I can actually take that and impact my life and those around me.
Oh, perfect. I'm pumped for your talk tomorrow.
Brilliant.
Definitely. Thanks so much for coming on.
Cool, man. What a great little show.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.